Good morning, students. Students of class 10th. Today we will discuss second chapter of the first flight, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. The writer of this story is Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. As you know, Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa, fought for the freedom of his people. In his autobiography, student, do you know what is autobiography and biography? Autobiography, in which the writer writes for himself about his story, and biography, someone else write for anyone else. So this is autobiography. He describes in detail the pains he had to suffer from the time when he was young. He was discriminated against by the whites along with other black people. He was an enthusiastic young boy who considered staying away from his home to get freedom. He wanted to marry the person of his choice, but gradually he realized that freedom is more meaningful. He decided to bring freedom for his own people. On 10th May 1994, he was able to materialize his dreams long cherished by the black people who sacrificed their lives to give dignity to their coming generations. He gives two contradictory pictures of his country, one in which the black people were tortured and had to suffer quietly, second, when the blacks will be free to live a life of their own. In this extract, Mandela speaks about a historical occasion, the inauguration. Yes, before you read, apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. Can you say which of the three countries named below had such a political system until very recently? Yes, that is South Africa. Have you heard of Nelson Mandela? As I told you, Mandela and his African National Congress spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid. Mandela had to spend 30 years in prison. Can you imagine? Finally, democratic elections were held in South Africa in 1994, and Mandela became the first black president of a new nation. Now, you can see 10th May dawned bright and clear. That was the month and 10th date. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besides to be surrounded closely by dignitaries, the world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. There was the inauguration ceremony, and the world leaders and dignitaries came there. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South Africa soil. This is the first time when all international leaders came there for the inauguration. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheater. Amphitheater, a building without a roof, with many roofs of seats rising in steps. Union buildings in Pretoria. There was a building that is in Pretoria, and that ceremony took place there. 4 decades, a period of 10 years, this had been the seat of white supremacy. That was the seat for the white people, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. And it was the first time when there was democracy, and non racial government. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenith, and that was very lovely day. And he was accompanied by his daughter Jinani. On the podium, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn as a second deputy president. Then Thaba Mbeki was sworn in as first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution. He also pledged to obey the constitution and devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people, to the assembled guest and the watching world. I said, today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope of newborn liberty, freedom out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long. Now it was the end of that. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. All humanity will be proud that there is the end of the uh, and democracy was there. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We thank all our distinguished international guests, and now he also thanked the international guests who came there to attend the ceremony. After all, a common victory for justice, it was a victory for justice, peace, and human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Now, this is the end of all types of discrimination, whether it is of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, etc. Never, never, never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. Now, there are two questions given. Where did the ceremonies took place? As you know, in the Union Building Amphitheatre in Pretoria. Can you name any public buildings? Yes, Radford. Can you say how 10th May is an autumn day? On 10th May, which was a lovely day in South Africa, Nelson Mandela became the first black president. So, students,